That would have been 7, but we're not keeping up with the math here, SBG. We're keeping up with the players in the game.
Oh, 3 tanks. That's all I heard. I don't know if anyone else heard anything. 3 words, tanks. Now we're going in battle bus. We'll see if Macwood and threats are contested once again over there at Chonkers. We do see Rocky Reels as a red POI. That means the IO guards, they're coming in hot trying to take over that POI. So if you land there, you not only have to fight any players that also land there, you got to fight a plethora of IO guards landing or that spawn there as well. Now we see everyone splitting out. We got Fatch and W Carry. They go to the split to the east of Sleepy. Then you got Tahi Paper taking that north side. Mega and Dubs already in an engagement over there at Shifty Shafts. And like you said, they ain't leaving. This is their POI, and they're going to continue to fight for it.
Always contested no matter the season. Past that, yeah, you mentioned that in Rogue Shark, they're getting ready to possibly push a POI as well. Seems like it's a little bit more spaced out for a majority of the map, and a lot of those late game players did kind of spawn in and rock in from the bottom right. They'll have a late game start this time. Those tanks will be a few, I don't know, weeks late towards the end game, but I wonder what exactly they're going to be fighting for the south or the north portion of the map. We're tuning in with the Daily Bugle right now. Jamper, Duke's in trouble. Trades on all sides back and forth. That extra 50 overshield makes these early game fights that much more interesting to watch.
Caber is able to just win that aim duel with Dukes, and that's not a common occurrence. Dukes is one of the great aimers in the region, but we do see Narwhal and Caber is able to take that. We also have Carlos and Alex Rami down at the other side of Bugle. They are a father-son duo, and Alex Rami's been gaming for a long time. He used to be racking up the Victory Royales back in the early days of Fortnite, so it's awesome to see him still playing.
Was rocking it, inspiring the youths, and then rolling in and fighting amongst them as well. Awesome to see. Saw Hizzy and Blackwell before they ran a tank, but they can still throw down with those guns off spawn. Dubs at the moment, though, looks like he's in a little bit of trouble all the way over at his POI.
And looks like he gets knocked, and Mega is going to follow him, so they must have got Dubs right back, and Nets just quickly said, no, that's not happening, not in my POI. So Dubs and Mega going to have to move on to the next one. Hyza and Blackwolf look like they're trying to chase down whoever is nearby, and I think Coney owner, he's way too far. He's not owning anything this game.
And this man is ownless. Feels bad. We talk about Blim Control as well. Taking a look at Tilted. Big names up top with a few more spread around the POI.
We do see a number of teams landing here at Tilted. One thing we didn't talk about yet, Shio, is the new mechanics. So for those that haven't watched any Fortnite recently, there's 2 new mechanics as far as movement goes. You have the tactical sprint and the mantling. You want to kind of walk us through what exactly those are?
Yeah, pretty much tactical sprint. You have a little bit of a meter now. Obviously, sprinting is already a mechanic in Fortnite. A lot of people have it enabled automatically. With the tac sprint, you put your guns away. You can start to move really fast. You can also get an elevated jump after the fact as well. Right there, you're going to be seeing an example of Carlos not using the tac sprint to jump out of the vehicle and get away fast, but that's all good. A lot of people use it for big maneuverability. It's one of the biggest techniques in movement inside Zero Build, especially as well. Let's see Narwhal just activate it. Nope, not needed because K-Burbs is just so good with the aim. And past that, mantling is all about climbing objects. If you're close enough to a ledge and you jump on it, you can just pull yourself right up above it. You can kind of combine both as well and use it. Obviously, sliding is also there from previous seasons. We can see Bank right now moving, sliding, ducking, and mantling as much as he wants inside the cavern.
Pretty cool to see all this movement, and I think it adds to this Zero Build game. It really helps it move through and have the players have some additional mobility and movement. I like it. It's a nice fun piece, nice addition to the game as we see Kurt and Jade moving through this POI, trying to find out who is nearby. Bank on the outskirts of this, but neither player really looking to get involved in any kind of fight at the moment. Everyone just hanging out and waiting for the game to proceed forward.
They're just getting ready for now. Yep, that's exactly what Jade is looking for. Possibly a torch. Maybe not for now. They don't go the crazy type of tank gameplay. And Kaz will be waiting though overall, watching, ready for them inside this cavern. It's gonna get a little bit freaky here in a second. Still 37 teams alive. Maybe they're just walk all the way out. Lots of floppers on the side of Bank, so maybe they're going for a heel-off strat we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's interesting because this is one of the places where you can play it out of. In EU, we saw it coming out of the Chonkers area, and a lot of players have used it in this command cavern area to try and play a heel off. So there is multiple options at this point, as we see Vert and Cease looking to grab one of these early hills. It might be a little too early though, because you run into trouble. As we see, they have a lot of different mobility items as far as the vehicle, the shockwaves, and Fluger is not liking this, but Cease is putting fire right back on him.
As he's taken out earlier in that last game, I believe by a tank getting bullied over and over. He'll be in the sightlines of a few duos, but going to be moving fast, just making sure he keeps up on damage, keeps up on pressure, and understands what's going on across the map.
Looks like these two just going to simply make their way into one of these buildings. So we see Shades and Sizz getting in a little engagement here. Not too engaging on both sides. Sizz and Shades just clean that one up. And now they got a nice long rotate out of the storm to go. Hopefully they're able to find a vehicle. I do believe, yeah, there's a truck they can grab right there. These guys will be able to quickly make it out. And we did see Crackly out there in the storm somewhere, so he has to be careful.
Lots of late storm growers rolling through. I think there was Jaith moving in like almost the fourth zone last time, when third was switching into fourth, coming in straight from the zone still. Everyone will be pulled up again. That'll be really interesting to watch. Odd numbers means there's already a few solos around. Sizz and Shades this time SBG, they're not really hiding in these bushes. They're ready to take control of game number 2.
Yeah, they saw that first game. They're like, all right, we gotta get in the tank and make sure we win this game. So they're changing their plans. Interesting that they have no heals besides these bandages to get them through all this storm. So you're gonna have to chain that together. It's something that, as long as you're comfortable with and no different floor and loot spawns, you can pretty easily walk through storm. But a lot of players panic. They start taking that one tick of damage, and oh my goodness, the game is now over.
These guys are seasoned vets. They're gonna be fine. Pilkey down below might be the one who is exactly what you're talking about. In trouble with the nerves. Kaz here though, you talk about raw aim, talk about trouble for Cease. Let's combine both and look at this equation. A duo basically going straight down. Cease now kind of just 1 HP walking around. That's gonna be really tough to watch as he moves in. Fluger's out of there. Doesn't want any smoke, no damage. Cease shields up. He's ready for a little bit of revenge.
He's looking for it. Look like Bank and Kaz are gonna be seeking some further Cease. Cease actually hanging out a little closer than I would have expected him to. Oh yeah, they saw him. Good luck. He does have the shockwaves to get out, but I don't know that that's gonna be enough as he's getting chased down from behind with the vehicle.
First shocks to a truck. He needs to just escalate, go all the way towards the top. You got a full refresh of a few, but it doesn't matter. Kaz does not miss.
Oof. Well, down goes Cease, and now Kaz and Bank, they're feeling good about themselves. Their card's been running around. They've been picking up some elims here, left and right. And now they're even looking for some more shots as Kaz sees another player. That's Jaith and Co. rotating in the storm. We're moving up towards the the northwestern part of the map. That's just not the right words coming out of my mouth.
Oh, it's fine. You're correct, actually. That's the center of attention, you know what I mean, of the game. So 50% right.
There it is.
Rocket. Now, these trucks don't care about the environment at all. First of all, just in terms of Fortnite gameplay, you can see the fumes coming out of the top, right? It's not just me. That's steam, right? Or some type of gas. Past that, Bank and Kaz rolling in, breaking almost every tree. We need that oxygen on the map, guys. Come on. Let's be civil about it, but they will cause destruction as they move. Talia and Paper, they'll be more focused on camping, staying eco-friendly, not really partaking in the vehicle gameplay.
Yeah, it looks like those two are trying to get through a build that's just not going to happen. Tahi Paper, also looking at what happened last game, simply sitting in the bush. They saw the success from Sizz and Shades. Clarity has a good one. It looks like Death was able to get back up, but
that
didn't last too long.
Mobster Italian elimination I've ever seen. Just taken out to the river and shot down.
Gandhi dictated. two vets themselves.
Yeah. Definitely have a little bit of say in what happens here, but I've seen, I mean, what are your opinion on these battle buses, armored or not, when they're rolling in? I feel like if a tank sees them, they're just in trouble.
Oh, it's so easy to shoot with the tank, and we saw that happen last game. I mean, a tank took out like 2 of them fairly easily, and they weren't even able to get much back. The turret is no comparison to that massive gun on the front of the tank, and now we see Clarity and Slacks moving on through. I don't know what's going on with the cars. They're just running into one another, but now they're good. They're all right for now.
Slacks is actually just like fulfilling his lifelong dream of being able to go to a carnival and play some bumper cars. Couldn't do it as a kid. He was grinding the mechanics and creative, but he can do it in game now. So shout outs to him.
That would actually be an awesome creative map, is somebody just like making a bumper cars, and you know, you're on like a platform where you got to push people off. Hey, there's some ideas for you people out there. If anyone's a creative builder, you might want to think about that.
Go for extra coding, get super immersive with it. If you get bumped in the game, you get bumped in real life. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Some Ready Player One type business. Who knows?
Gotta put something under your seat.
So rattling. But right now, who's not rattled is Sparebow Felix. Saw Sparebow take a little bit too much of a big fight, but that was because there were some hidey boys inside a roof. This time that won't be the case. They'll be around a tank inside a wood logjam factory, and another duo who is equally as scared of the behemoth with a cannon inside these doors.
This has gone pretty well for Knight and Road Shark. That's where they landed. They haven't had to leave yet. They just sit right here, and zone comes to them. That's quite nice when that happens to you. A couple of teams that don't have that. We got Lando and Soul trying to make their rotate in, following in the 2 players in front of them. They're just hiding behind these hills, using that good old line of sight. We're breaking the line of sight on their rotation in.
All these trucks just super modded. Chonkers in the business. Cow catchers right in front of them as well. They got the armor protection. They've got the cleave damage available. 4 people in front of them. Smacked and Mikey don't even care. See a duo in the bush. Keep moving on. Slight repair torch tech. No one wants any beef right now.
They definitely didn't even know anyone was in that bush. They're just like, hey, we're going through this. If someone's in here, good luck to you. They're just taking out bushes right now. The enemy of bushes, Smacked and Mikey.
They have their own achievements to get. It looks like this game, some submissions, side quests, so to speak. Trump and Daddy as well. This is going to be tough for them overall. Auto shoddy inside. I was about to say the box, but it's just the room. 1 down. They got 1 more to go.
It's a pre-built box. Sounds ready. Now these guys getting hammered by the tank. It's coming through. They're the focus, and they have to get out of there. It's breaking both their shields, and this tank is relentless as well as the other players. Looks like Tahi and Paper taking shots. Tahi's gonna take out Trump. I haven't seen, oh yeah, Degen picks up Daddy, and both of those guys now getting sent back to the lobby.
Daddy down. Unfortunate. Now it's Chap and Degen we're watching. Middle of logjam lumberyard. Chap's rotations just so good. A mastermind in his own right. Spearbone Felix, they took out Bank, I believe, right before this, and now they are at Demolition Derby. It seems like trucks, chonkers, and cow catchers all around. I count 4. One of them acting like they're AFK, and I honestly don't know what is going on right now, but this road is not up to standard. I don't know what it is. There can't be these many vehicles going back and forth and off-road at the same time.
Everyone is in a vehicle right now, besides the couple of players hiding in a building. Just look at that. It is just vehicle galore. We're playing Vehicle Royale at this point, and the battles, the joust going on between Spearbow and Rotten Twinkies are just awesome.
There's 1 tank here. It's Knight and Shark, and they're still bullying just the players. They're not going for these tanks at all. They're letting them just ride the entire time, not taking out another individual. Logic on the backside, biding his time, looking to just keep his lead right now. That's first place de facto overall, still inside the game. Do these amount of trucks spawn in the game? Like, I just feel like there's way too many right now.
This has got to be literally every truck on the map at this moment. Every player just knows where they're at, and they're like, all right, we're getting this one. Sparrow just trading his truck, you know, maybe a smaller one. Go for the more sleek model here. And Felix, oh no, he's getting back in. That was an interesting move by those guys.
Super interesting. They're all kind of pushed all the way towards the top. Repair torches basically burned through as well. We've seen so many instances of that. Chap and DJ, the only truck I see so far next to Rotten and Fash that isn't really moving, isn't taking too much damage. I don't know what this is, but Sparrow just got booped.
I think the vehicle blew up on him and then smacked, and Mikey just coming through right through. It's like, what's up, Sparrow? Oh, he's letting him know. And now the next target is Clarity and Slacks. Mikey's coming for you.
There used to be a lumberyard here the last time I checked. Now it's just like a pit stop completely, a barren wasteland of loot and trucks. This is tough.
Yeah, somebody didn't get the memo that you're not supposed to run through buildings. And now we see the tank. Looks like a new team is taking over the tank. That's Tommy there. They're in a good spot, and the few players that weren't in a vehicle getting picked up right now. Those poor guys, Narwhal going down there in the feed. Everyone just running around. It's going to be a matter of who gets to stay in their car the longest this game.
There'll be interruption up top of the mountain. First we saw a tank all the way inside that logjam lumberyard. Now it's kind of catching up with Yoda and Blur coming in from the backside. They're actually going to be in a little bit of a protective state. The tank blocking any shots possible. Or the truck, excuse me, blocking any shots possible as the tank moves up by itself. They have insurance for this end game ready to go.
That is so smart. Like, they literally using the truck for protection for the tank, and the tank just firing away. Look at those 200 IQ plays right there by Blur and Yoda.
There's two big loans on vehicles taken out. I hope they don't default by the end of this. Clarity's right below them right now. Well, they could just hijack the tank, go for that fight early, but it might attract too many eyes. Here's Fash going for a few shots, but I don't think you understand whose wrath he's actually bringing forward. That's going to be a big tank rolling in. I'm wondering exactly where Rogue Shark and Knight are as well. They have the other tank on the other side, but it looks like they're down for now or something. It's just a field of trucks and burning metal in front of Carrie and Fatch.
Oh my goodness. Everyone else is moving around. These two are just sitting still, and it's working for him. And as I say that, he gets beamed up here by Jade and Kurt. One of the few players just putting a punish on all these guys trying to run around in their vehicles. I don't know how long this will last if they continue to poke and prod at these players in the vehicles.
Look at how much damage Shades has taken so far, staying up top here, and he's not actually stopping the mini. So vulnerable right now. The tank takes a big shot. Yoda's here. Shades has to work quick to not only heal himself, but the tank. They're retreating. Every other truck is trying to follow them as well. Yoda misses another crucial shot. The tank is almost so healthy now. Shades at a sliver of HP. Jade can take him out at some moment, but he's distracted by easier targets down on the ground. AV gone, hide and seek deleted. Casker taken down as well. There is so much loot on the ground, and he's going for it. Shades is back online. They're turning the tides onto Yoda. His tank is almost down too. Every vehicle up for grabs. There goes the tank straight to the sky. It is chaos right now at Logjam.
Sizz and Shades just locking it down with the tank. Jade's trying to make some plays. He's actually gonna jump on to Chap's tank. Chap somehow got into a tank. I don't know what's going on. Players are flying all over the place. Trucks are exploding. This is pure chaos.
Shades and Sizz are watching from the outside, and they're letting all fire rain loose. This is tough for anyone in the middle in no man's land. Look at Shades. He's just beaming. Carrie, one of the only secret agent survivors left over. Chap is also 1 HP inside his vehicle. They'll get found out soon. A big shockwave coming in. Nets is now close. It's gonna go straight back all the way towards the other side. This is just insane from the side of Shades and Sizz. They're still raining down damage across the way. Chap is finally found by Nets. How is he alive? How is this allowed? What is going down? No one can stop them. Shades and Sizz breaking all cover, and now they're getting up close and personal. Boot backed, damaged, palliated. This is just tough. There's one boat left, and he's just trying to survive in it. Do they know? They break it down, and they see him. It's a tank's world. We're just living in it. We're watching, and it looks like they have everything under control.
And we just talked about it. We mentioned whether someone's going to go for the heal off, and someone was playing heal off. Not going to happen. They do secure that second place, but Sizz and Shades, they're the winners that come out on top when everything's exploding in front of you. Now, Sizz and Shades just simply take it home.